Hi, my name is Hanilet Orr. I am a nurse in profession. I live in London, United Kingdom. This video is my seventh, and 1 to 6 I had done, and it's all available to various social media platforms. And this is all about my campaign for my justice. I'm an NHS, which is a National Health Service whistleblower. And all of this case that I had mentioned and I will be mentioned for the next videos are all available as I have written them on my book, which is Here, a Journey Through Adversities, Far and Beyond Life and Adventures, which is available on Amazon worldwide. Thank you for those who already bought my book, and thank you for all those who had listened to previous videos of mine and for my next videos. Anyway, I left from my 6th video telling you that I was so upset. I suffered depression and anxiety because of the appraisals, and because of being sick leave for 3 months. I had reflected and I realized my colleagues were complicit to the management. By the allegations about poor communication skills. Anyway, to continue my story on the 7th video, which is now, I then realized when I was off sick leave that where my true friends are, and those who were my colleagues were not really my friends. And those friends who are genuine and helped me had always accompanied me for a walk. For example, I have listed all of those friends who helped me in my acknowledgement. This book. One of them was Cecil Gubatanga, who was walking buddy and a great company for me. So I was on sick leave for 3 months, and due to my absence, no progress could be made on my case, which seemed bizarre. I requested that I make a grievance claim against my consultant, but was not allowed because she was a consultant. An explanation I found odd at the time. Later, while on leave, I finally managed to meet my union representative and was hopeful that I would be able to bring my grievance claim. How was this episode resolved? Would I go back to work despite my lack of trust? It felt like a marriage separation. Would you go back to your partner after all the backstabbing and mistrust? After CBT, talking therapy and counseling from an independent advisor, I agreed to have mediation with my manager. The consequence was that my appraisal score was increased to good by the lead renal nurse. I then decided to return to work, and I said to myself, why not? At the time, I was not at fault, and I loved my job more than my manager did, who I felt had totally messed up by following an order from higher up. As a nurse, I thought we should always be vocal in bringing to light any wrongdoing. Why then did my manager follow an order when it was the wrong thing to do? During mediation between myself and manager, I was told that the decision had been made by management and that my interview for the Band 8 position would be mentioned at my appraisal. As a nurse, or as a moral human being generally, are we not supposed to oppose a wrongdoing rather than support it? Should you carry out orders from your superiors even though you know them to be wrong? Good question, isn't it? In my opinion, my manager was wrong, and actions like this will lead to further damage in the future. In many ways, my work was a success, as with God's protection and guidance, I always did the right thing for my patients. I strongly believe that wrongdoing destroys reputations and will always be exposed in the end as the truth is revealed. So why not be honest and kind from the start? What is wrong with the society nowadays? There seems to be a culture of lies and deceit and abuse of power at the expense of others. After mediation, the relationship with my manager and team improved a little, and I felt more settled. A second chance. But I still could not stop thinking about what had happened. On my return, I was surprised that none of my team had bothered to wash the cup that had been sitting on my desk for months. The unit did not seem to be functioning well, as we rarely had any transplant booked, and we were in the bottom 3 of 4 units in the UK performance-wise. I returned with what I thought was a clean slate, but things soon deteriorated again. I will leave you to listen to my 7th video. These are continuation of my previous videos, as I said, available on all various social media, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Naver, LinkedIn, and thank you again for listening. Bye-bye.